nothing has changed, and life on the border is as bad as it's ever been.
There are deadly consequences because of Biden's open border policies.
Seen record numbers day in and day out, not just in Del Rio, but also in the Rio Grande Valley and also along the southern border.
It's a massive national security crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis. And it's not going to get better because this administration is doing nothing about it.
We have a massive influx of illegals out of control who are bringing COVID, drugs, and all kinds of other problems to this country.
We obey the law, we pay our taxes, the government secures our border. But with a porous border, not only do we get illegal immigrants, we support cartels that are human trafficking, and they're bringing opiates across the border. Every state is truly a border state.
Welcome back to this special edition of Justice. Tonight we are back taking a look at the major issues of 2021 and sharing predictions for the year ahead. We turn now to the Biden border crisis and the dangerous surge of illegals and flow of fentanyl into America. Here with more on all of this is Arizona Attorney General and U.S. Senate candidate Mark Brnovich. Mr. Brnovich, thanks so much for joining us tonight. So I'm from Arizona. You're in Arizona. Tell us what's happening on the ground there as we head into yet another year under the Biden administration open border policies.
Well, Katie, as you know, nothing epitomizes the failure of the Biden administration more than the catastrophe they've created at our southern border. And, frankly, I was hoping this Christmas we would get a secure border, but instead the only people that got gifts were the cartels and the people that have entered this country illegally in countries like Guatemala and Honduras. And American taxpayers are paying for it. This is going to cost us not only in human treasure, but in human lives. As you know, we've seen a record amount of fentanyl flooding into this country, a record amount of people entering the country illegally. I mean, literally this year, it's like the entire population of Biden's home state of Delaware and Nebraska just in 1 year. And then you throw on top of that the thousands of pounds of fentanyl coming into this country that's going to impact not only Arizona and Texas, but it's going to impact every city in this entire country. And that's why we need to continue to fight and push back against the Biden administration and just get them to do the right thing. And that's making sure they secure our border, because border security is not only national security, it's community security.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Arizona families are paying for it in more ways than one. But you mentioned getting the Biden administration to do the right thing. What is the state of Arizona doing to do the right thing? In Texas, they've used the Texas National Guard to bolster the border. They've sent Texas law enforcement vehicles to build their own blockade when the Border Patrol was overrun. They're building their own wall. I mean, what is the governor doing to try and solve this problem in the ways that you can at the state level?
Well, I appreciate everything Governor Abbott's doing, and it frustrates me as a constitutionalist and a rule of law individual that it's the federal government jobs and the Biden administration's job to secure our border. And so I have actually sued the Biden administration, everything from making sure they deport those people that have deportation orders so we don't have criminals and people charged with dangerous crimes being released into our community, to making sure they build the wall. And actually, I'm going to be arguing a case at the U.S. Supreme Court in February dealing with the public charge rule, where the Biden administration is literally giving taxpayer benefits and government welfare, essentially, to people that aren't even U.S. citizens. It's not fair, Katie, as you know, to U.S. taxpayers, and it's essentially incentivizing people to break the law and come here illegally. And, I'm a first-generation American. My family comes from the former Yugoslavia, and people come here because the rule of law means something, and the Biden administration is essentially shredding that and shredding the Constitution in the process.
So what is your message to Arizona families and families across the country? Because as we know, open borders affect every single state. When we're seeing now the number one killer for young people ages 18 to 45 is fentanyl.
Katie, I know you know a lot about Arizona, and it breaks my heart when you see Pima County, the second largest county in Arizona, fentanyl now is the leading cause of death for our young folks. And so just this year, we've seized 9 million fentanyl pills, enough to kill the entire population of Arizona. So this is a serious problem. And I just want folks to appreciate that I'm going to be fighting hard every day. I'm a middle-class public school kid, first generation, and it breaks my heart when I see what the Biden administration has wrought upon this country. The man-made disaster facing us as Americans is not climate change. It is the southern border and the chaos that the Biden administration has brought not only to Arizona, but this entire country.
Absolutely. Well, Attorney General, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you, Katie.
And good luck.
Thank you.